He is also part of the international legal metrology. He is an expert in that. He is a peer and he is a certified mediator and lead assessor for ISOs. He, in fact, chairs various committees of BIS and legal metrology. And he is a research counsel with National Physical Laboratories and so on and so on. It's very interesting that I called Mr. Ashutosh Agarwal for a certain problem in Mumbai. I said, sir, this is the problem. While I'm discussing this, we are a federation of freight forwarders association who are the basic people who comply with the law, with the customs. He instantaneously said, please organize a meeting and I would like to address them. As a matter of fact, he went on to say that every Saturday he runs a meeting and anybody can join that meeting. Such a forthcoming government officers, are, if I can say so, sir, are very limited in numbers. We welcome you. We thank you very much. And we would like to get your knowledge out of this, sir. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Is it now you are asking me or somebody else?
I'm asking you, sir. I'm asking you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. First of all, thank you very much for this wonderful introduction. Maybe correct or wrong. Thank you. Now, see, basically, I'm a person of legal metrology, and we used to do the implementation of the Legal Metrology Act and the rules framed thereunder. जो हमारा लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी का एक पूरा सिस्टम है, उसके अंदर लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी में इसके अंदर कुछ लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी में क्या क्या रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, हम लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी के कौन कौन से एक्ट, कौन कौन से रूल्स को इंप्लीमेंट करते हैं, एंड वेयर एवर वी आर doing better than the other countries or even at the international level, we will just discuss today. May I share my presentation? Is it visible to all?
It is not yet come, sir.
Ashutosh ji, on behalf of FFA, a warm welcome. Thank you for this opportunity. And our members would be very eager to see your presentation. And one important aspect is that whenever they have a query, we would surely want our members to
interact with your question.
Yes, it is visible.
Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. See, as far as our department is concerned, we are basically linked with the quality, quantity, price monitoring, and consumer protection framework. We talk about the legal metrology. Legal metrology is nothing. We are implementing the legal metrology provisions or the requirements of measurements and measuring instruments. The purpose is to ensure public guarantee from the point of view of security and accuracy of payments and measurements. It builds a confidence in trade, industry, and consumer, and also create a harmonious environment for conducting business. Legal metrology is not basically giving the confidence to the consumer, but also in between B2B and then B2C. And with the help of this legal metrology, if we are aware that what is the quantity which is being delivered and what is the price, we can not only give a confidence to the consumer, but also create a harmonious environment for conducting business. This legal metrology is an old subject. It starts from Indus Valley civilization, even before that. In Indus Valley civilization, we also get the bricks of a size of 4:3:2. So basically, this legal metrology.
আপনার কম্পিউটার আপনার দিয়ে হচ্ছে কম্পিউটারে করেছি
It is requested to kindly switch off your mic.
স্টার্টিংটা করে দিয়েছি আপনাকে
Ms. Arupa Kumar. So this legal methodology, if we talk about after the Indus Valley civilization, we have seen that at the time of Maurya, the Chanakya has made a very strict and stringent provisions for the legal methodology checking. Then Mughal period, then British period, and after the freedom, we have the provisions of legal methodology under the Constitution, under entry 50 of the Union list and 33A in the state list. Legal Methodology Act, as we are all aware, the old people know that before this Legal Methodology Act, we were having the Standards of Weights and Measures Act 1976 and the Standards of Weights and Measures Enforcement Act 1985. After repealing these two acts, we have a single act, which is the Legal Methodology Act 2009. The purpose of the act is to establish and enforce standards of weights and measures in all over the country. We are having the same standards. Let's mass is in weight, liquid is in liter, and other SI units of system. We are regulating trade and commerce in weights, measures, and other goods which are being sold or distributed by weight, measure, or number. Under the Department of Consumer Affairs, this legal methodology works all over the country, except few states where it is in the other departments. Under this Legal Methodology Act, we have framed few rules. One is the general rules. It speaks about the requirement of weighing and measuring instruments. Packaged commodities rules, which speak about packaged commodities, how a packaged commodity will be made, what are the requirements of a packaged commodity, what are the declarations of a packaged commodity.
Sir, one second. Amar,
Many of you have opened your
Amarji, please
mic.
mute yourself. Amarji, please mute yourself.
One is the packaged commodity. Atulji, can we mute all?
yes, please mute all.
Atulji, kindly mute all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we are having the legal methodology packaged commodities rules, which speak about the packaged commodities. These
Yes, I was waiting for Excel invoice, Excel format invoice.
Amar, can you understand? Please mute
Can
your
you
mic.
send me the invoice which you are sending on video? Can you send me that in Excel format? Yeah, can you send it in email, Excel format?
Atulji,
Yes, sir, doing.
please kindly mute all, huh? Please. So these packaged commodities rules basically prescribe or specify what are the requirements for a packaged commodity, how these packaged commodities will be manufactured, what will be their tolerance, and what are the declarations which have to be made on a packaged commodity. Approval models is basically for the weighing and measuring instruments. What are type of weighing and measuring instruments we are using at a place, and how these weighing and measuring instruments manufactured in India are at the same size, at the same type as we are having at the international level. National standards, all type of standards we are using, numeration rules, IILM rules, and government approved test center rules. Apart from that, state governments have also framed their own state government enforcement rules. Under this act, all the units have been standardized for, let's say, for length meter, mass kg, time second, etc. This act prescribes the declarations on prepackaged commodities. A provision for verification of weighing and measuring instruments is being made, even not only by the government officers, but also through the private government approved test centers. LM Act is applicable to all types of trade and transactions to provide accuracy of quantity delivered in all transactions. It is also applicable to all type of weighing and measuring instruments weighing machines, petrol pumps, etc. And it also prescribes if a commodity is a solid commodity, the transition will be in kg, and if it is liquid, it will be in liter. We have recently introduced from 1st of January 2024, it has been made mandatory the introduction of unit sale price. Now with MRP inclusive of all taxes, all the industries are also declaring the unit sale price, USP. Declaration of month and year of manufacture only. This is also very important. Now we are asking that only month and year of manufacture can be declared. One director of a company or other person of a unit or establishment who are responsible for the offenses of the company can be nominated. All the electronic products may declare few declarations through QR code. Otherwise, earlier, all the declarations were on the electronic products. As the size of the package is going to be small, few of the declarations have been allowed to be declared through QR code. Weights and measures which are used by industries for internal use, कई जगह पर जो अपने इंटरनल यूज के लिए वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स यूज होते हैं, उनका जो रीवेरिफिकेशन है उसको हमने डन अवे कर दिया है, हटा दिया है कि जरूरी नहीं है, आप उसको कैलिब्रेट कर सकते हैं कहीं से भी. लेकिन मैं यही एडवाइस करता हूं, ये कराते रहने से एटलीस्ट जो वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट की सेंसिटिविटी है वो बनी रहती है. हमने एक यूनिफॉर्म प्रोसीजर अडॉप्ट किया कंट्री के अंदर ताकि डबल स्टैंपिंग को रोका जा सके, और हमने कुछ सेक्शंस को भी डिक्रिमिनलाइज किया है लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट के. यदि हम लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट के पैनल प्रोविजंस की बात करें, पैनल सेक्शंस की बात करें, तो हमारे पास 23 सेक्शंस हैं, जिनमें से हमने 7 सेक्शंस को जन विश्वास बिल के अंदर डिक्रिमिनलाइज कर दिया है. वहां पर फाइन बढ़ा दिए गए हैं, लेकिन जो एक पैनल प्रोविजन था इम्प्रिजनमेंट का, वो हमने हटा दिया है फ्रॉम ऑल दीज 7 सेक्शंस. ये काम बहुत बड़ा काम करने जा रहे हैं. होपफुली दैट बाय द एंड ऑफ दिस फैम वी विल बी डिसेमिनेटिंग टाइम इन इंडिया. This will be the Indian standard time. Till now, we are using the time of GPS, geostationary positioning satellite of USA. Now, the time will be disseminated through our own IST Indian standard time, through our own satellites and our own dark fibers. India is an OIML member country. We are the International Organization of Legal Metrology member country. It was formed in 1955 and India became its member in 1956. Its headquarters is in Paris and we have 63 member states. India is one of the member states and 64 corresponding members. The purpose is to harmonize the international and regulations on weighing and measuring instruments. The purpose is how we can do the business cross borders without having any type of TBD. India, this is another very good achievement which with the legal metrology India has achieved recently. Now the legal metrology in India can issue the approval certificates which are acceptable all over the world, and India is the 13th country which can issue the OML approval certificates. After the issue of this certificate, which is accepted worldwide, it will reduce the redundancy and it also save the resources. The cost is also reduced, manpower is reduced, and the manufacturer who has to sell his weighing or measuring instrument in other countries, he has to get the approval from other OML member countries. Now they can get the OML approval from our own country. Even the foreign manufacturers are also approaching us, being India is a good position. This is also very important. This is if somebody is violating the law, then the penal provisions are made for the weights and measures. This is the hierarchy chart, how the weights and measures are being verified from the international standard, to the just standard, how a weight and measure will be verified or will be traceable from one standard to the another standard. देखिए जहां पर हम बात करते हैं लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट की, तो ये 2 डेफिनेशंस इसमें दी गई हैं, प्रोटेक्शन एंड ट्रांजैक्शन. सारे के सारे जो वेइंग एंड मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट हैं जो आपके वेरीफाई होंगे, अप्रूव होंगे, जिनके ऊपर लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट लगेगा, वो केवल 2 डेफिनेशंस के ऊपर है, प्रोटेक्शन एंड ट्रांजैक्शन. प्रोटेक्शन का मतलब ये है कि यदि हम किसी वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट को यूज करते हैं और उसकी जो रीडिंग आती है, उसका जो ऑब्जर्वेशन आता है, यदि उससे प्रोटेक्शन होता है किसी भी ह्यूमन का, एनिमल का या कमोडिटी का, तो वो वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट कवर होता है अंडर द लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट. तो यहां पर जो सिंपल वे में हम कह सकते हैं, एक वेइंग मशीन जिससे मार्केट में ट्रांजैक्शन हो रहा है, एक ब्लड प्रेशर मीटर और थर्मोमीटर जिससे कोई आपका प्रोटेक्शन हो रहा है, वो सारे के सारे लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी एक्ट के अंदर कवर्ड है. ट्रांजैक्शन का मतलब है जो हम सेल और परचेज करते हैं वो सारा इसके अंदर कवर होगा. सील और स्टैम्प हम हर वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट के ऊपर लगाते हैं। वेरिफिकेशन, हमारे जितने भी वेइंग और मेजरिंग इंस्ट्रूमेंट आपको मार्केट में मिलेंगे, जो भी यूज हो रहे हैं, चाहे वो पेट्रोल पंप है, वेब्रिज है और स्मॉल वेइंग मशीन है, दे आर ऑल वेरीफाइड आफ्टर ए रेगुलर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, और सारे के सारे लोग उसको वेरीफाई कराते हैं। ये एक लेबल है जो हम मार्क भी कर सकते हैं, रिटर्न भी हो सकता है, स्टैम्प भी हो सकता है, प्रिंटेड या ग्राफिक मैटर में किसी भी तरीके से हो सकता है, जो कि हम किसी प्री पैकेज कमोडिटी के ऊपर लगाते हैं। लीगल मेट्रोलॉजी में कुछ अमेंडमेंट्स हुए हैं, जिसके द्वारा हमने कोशिश की है कि इंडस्ट्रीज को कैसे सपोर्ट किया जाए, कैसे ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस किया जाए। यहां पर जब प्री पैकेज कमोडिटी की बात करते हैं तो एक प्री पैकेज कमोडिटी को डिफाइन किया गया है अंडर सेक्शन 2L। सेक्शन 2L हमारा बोलता है कि जो प्री पैकेज कमोडिटी है ये आपकी तब भरी गई है जबकि परचेजर वहां पर प्रेजेंट नहीं था। ये ओपन भी हो सकती है और सील्ड भी हो सकती है, किसी भी टाइप की प्री पैकेज कमोडिटी हो सकती है। एक हमारी डेफिनेशन आती है लेबल की, जो हमने भी डिस्कस किया। इसके अलावा हमारे पास आता है सेक्शन 18(1) and 2। 18(1) प्रिस्क्राइब करता है कि जो भी कोई वेग और जो भी कोई पैकेज कमोडिटी इंडिया में बनेगी या बिकेगी या डिस्ट्रीब्यूट की जाएगी, उसके ऊपर कुछ मिनिमम डिक्लेरेशंस होने चाहिए जो कि प्रिस्क्राइब किए जाएंगे, और उन सारे के सारे डिक्लेरेशंस को प्रिस्क्राइब किया गया है अंडर द पैकेज्ड कमोडिटीज रूल्स। सेक्शन 18(2) प्रोवाइड करता है कि जो भी हम एक एडवर्टाइजमेंट देते हैं रिटेल सेल का, उस रिटेल सेल के एडवर्टाइजमेंट के साथ उसकी नेट क्वांटिटी भी लिखना कंपलसरी है, अनिवार्य है। इसके लिए कुछ पैनल प्रोविजंस बनाए गए हैं। सेक्शन 36 में हमने पैनल प्रोविजंस को देखा है। सेक्शन 36 के अंदर 36(1) है, ये बात करता है डिक्लेरेशंस की। यदि किसी पैकेज कमोडिटी को जिसको बेचा जा रहा है या एक्सपोर्ट किया जा रहा है या ऑफर किया जा रहा है, उसके ऊपर मैंडेटरी डिक्लेरेशंस नहीं है, तो पहले केस में जो फाइन है वो 25,000 का है, 50,000 का है, और उसके बाद 50,000 से लेके 1 लाख तक हो सकता है, जिसके अंदर इम्प्रिजनमेंट का भी प्रोविजन है जो 1 साल तक की हो सकती है। सेक्शन 36(2) बताता है डिक्लेरेशन में, सॉरी, सेक्शन 36(2) बताता है नेट क्वांटिटी में, यदि नेट क्वांटिटी चेक की जाए और उसमें शॉर्ट डिलीवरी है तो उसके लिए सेक्शन 36(2) बोलता है कि पहले केस में जब पहली बार ऐसा ऑफेंस होगा तो 10,000 से लेके 50,000 तक की पेनल्टी लगाई जा सकती है, लेकिन सेकंड केस में इम्प्रिजनमेंट का प्रोविजन रखा गया है कि 1 ईयर तक का इम्प्रिजनमेंट हो सकता है या 50,000 से लेकर के 1 लाख रुपए तक का फाइन भी लगाया जा सकता है। एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आती है प्रिंसिपल डिस्प्ले पैनल, कि प्रिंसिपल डिस्प्ले पैनल क्या है। ये जो पूरा सरफेस एरिया है किसी भी पैकेज कमोडिटी का, उसको हम बोलते हैं प्रिंसिपल डिस्प्ले पैनल, और रूल बोलता है कि जो सारे के सारे डिक्लेरेशंस है वो एक जगह पर होने चाहिए, लेकिन साथ में ये भी कहता है कि यदि प्री प्रिंटेड इंफॉर्मेशन है तो उसको एक जगह डाल दिया जाना चाहिए, और जो ऑनलाइन इंफॉर्मेशन है उसको दूसरी जगह पर दिया जा सकता है। तो आपने देखा होगा जो मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट्स मिलते हैं उनमें 2 तरह से डिक्लेरेशंस दिए जाते हैं, एक प्री प्रिंटेड इंफॉर्मेशन है और एक ऑनलाइन इंफॉर्मेशन है। द प्री प्रिंटेड इंफॉर्मेशन एट वन प्लेस एंड द ऑनलाइन इंफॉर्मेशन एट अनदर प्लेस इज ऑलरेडी अलाउड। इवन आफ्टर वी हैव आल्सो अलाउड रिसेंटली कि जो डिजिटल प्रोडक्ट्स है उसके लिए भी जो मंथ एंड ईयर ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चर है वो कहीं पर भी दिया जा सकता है। मैन्युफैक्चरर के लिए, पैकर या इंपोर्टर के लिए किसी भी पैकेज कमोडिटी के अंदर क्या क्या डिक्लेरेशंस होने चाहिए, वो थोड़ी सी डिक्लेरेशंस हैं और ये बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं है, जस्ट रिलेटेड है विद द नेम एंड एड्रेस ऑफ द पैकेज कमोडिटी। क्या बोलता है? नेम एंड एड्रेस ऑफ द मैन्युफैक्चरर, पैकर और इंपोर्टर, कंट्री ऑफ ओरिजिन इफ इंपोर्टेड, कॉमन और जेनरिक नेम ऑफ द कमोडिटी, नेट क्वांटिटी इन स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट ऑफ वेट, मेजर और नंबर, एमआरपी इंक्लूसिव ऑफ ऑल टैक्सेस, मंथ एंड ईयर ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चर। फ्रॉम 1 जनवरी हमने ये मैंडेटरी कर दिया है कि सारे प्रोडक्ट्स के ऊपर मंथ एंड ईयर ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चर आएगा। इससे पहले पैकिंग और इंपोर्ट भी अलाउड था, लेकिन अब उसको बंद कर दिया है। Batched before or used by date, month and year. In case of commodity become unfit for human consumption, sizes or dimensions of the commodity if relevant, consumer care details which includes consumer care number, email address and name and address of the for the consumer care contract. Unit sale price. This is also very important because packaged commodities may be packed in any sizes. So we have also made mandatory that packaged commodities will have a declaration of unit sale price. What is the unit sale price so that the consumer can compare? These are the few declarations which we ask for an e-commerce entity: name and address of manufacturer or importer, country of origin if imported, common or generic name of commodity, net quantity in a standard unit of weight, measure or number, MRP, which is inclusive of all taxes, and best before or use by date, month and year. Basically, these are the few declarations which we ask from the e-commerce entities. But many times it is observed that the e-commerce entities are neither not giving the correct information, or many times when the product reaches to the consumer, it is not correct or it is not as per the declarations made on the website. So we request all the industries to be careful about giving the declarations on e-commerce platforms or on a prepackaged commodity. These are the mandatory requirements for the e-commerce commodity. What are the basic requirements we have already discussed? This is the size of the numerals and the letters which is required to be made on a packaged commodity. It is very simple. There is no confusion at all. If the size of the principal display panel is less than 50 square centimeter, then the height of the numeral and letter will be 1 mm. If it is printed and if it is blown, formed or molded, it will be 2 millimeter. If the area of the principal display panel is in between 50 and 100 square centimeter, then it will be 1.5 and 3. So like that, as per the size of the package, the size of the letters and numerals have been prescribed, have been made in the rules. So basically, we will find that all the declarations are as per these standards. There are a few important definitions. No dealer or other person, including manufacturer, packer, or importer, and wholesale dealer, shall make any sale of any commodity in packed form at a price exceeding the retail sale price. And unfortunately, it is again the biggest problem in the country. You will find that everywhere, every time we get the complaint that it is overcharged. See, the prices are declared by the manufacturer. I don't understand when the prices are being declared by the manufacturer and the government does not have any part to play. The government is not asking anything that the price should be this much. Then why the overcharging? It should be, at least we should honor what has been declared. The second is there should not be two or different MRPs on identical prepackaged commodities. Earlier, it was observed that at airport the water bottle of different price, and at the shop, outside the shop, it was at the different price. Similarly, for the hotels and others, the prices were different. But now it has been made clear there should not be two MRPs. No wholesale dealer, retail dealer, or other person shall obliterate, smudge, or alter the retail sale price. If the retail sale price is declared, it is declared. It cannot be altered. The one very important part is registration. All type of prepackaged commodities, manufacturers, packers, and the importers have to register themselves.
Mr. Joshi, please mute yourself and do not. For everybody, please mute yourself and hear properly.
So for all the manufacturers, packers, and importers, it is very much required to make a registration or with the director of the state government. Its controllers also used to do the registration. At the central level, we have this registration online. You have to submit an application online and the registration will come automatically. If any document is required, it will come on the portal itself and you have to attach that document. It will be done. So that website is nsws.gov.in. For the central government, it can be done, and also the state governments are doing at the same portal. And a few of the state governments have their own different portals also. Now, the maximum permissible errors and what is the tolerance limit in the packaged commodity? Up to 50 gram or ml, the net quantity which is allowed, tolerance limit which is allowed in excess or in deficiency is 9%. So it becomes, for 50 gram, it becomes 4.5 gram. Similarly, from 50 to 100 gram or ml, it is 4.5 gram or ml. For 100 to 200, and then again 9 gram, like that. So this is the way how the packaged commodities rules 2011. There are the recent amendments. I'm not going to discuss these more because these have already been implemented. One very important is unit sale price. What the unit sale price, which has been introduced recently from 1st of January, it has been made mandatory. Before that, since 2021, we have allowed few of the to declare this USP, unit sale price, but now it is mandatory. The unit sale price in rupees is the rounded off to the nearest 2 decimal places. and it shall be declared on every prepackaged commodity in the following manner. How this unit sale price has to be declared? Very simple. It is nothing. It is just mathematical calculation. If the cost of 100 gram is 100 rupees, then 1 gram it will be 1 rupee. Simple. It is mathematics, nothing else. For example, if the quantity is less than 1 kilogram, it will be in terms of per gram net quantity. If it is less than 1 per centimeter, it will be, if it is less than 1 meter, per milliliter if it is less than 1 liter. Similarly, it has been defined that for packages having the alcoholic beverages where the state excise laws and the rules are applicable, then there will be no need to declare the unit sale price. Further, declaration of unit sale price is not required in which the retail sale price is equal to the quantity or is equal to the quantity of the packet. For example, it is 1 liter, the price of MRP or the MRP and the unit sale price both will be the same. Therefore, there is no need to declare the unit sale price when it is equivalent to the sale price of the product. Few other amendments have been made. This was very important. Earlier, there was large number of cases which used to be booked that you have not mentioned the number. We have to put only N or U, quantity in terms of number and unit. We have allowed that you can put any word, pieces, pairs, sets, anything. N, U, number, units, anything. And it is allowed because it should be clear to the consumer, not the literal meaning of the rule. We have also allowed for the electronic products what can be given through the QR code. It is the name has to be given on the packet, but address and other related information can be given through a QR code. The common or generic name of the commodity can be given through the QR code. Size and dimensions of a commodity can be informed through the QR code, and telephone number and email address of the person who can be contacted in case of consumer complaint need to be given on the product itself. However, the name and address of the person can be given through the QR code. These are the few relaxations which have been given to the electronic industry. Also, the garment and the hosiery sold in loose or open form, they are also exempted from the packaged commodity rules. They only have to declare the name and address of the manufacturer or marketer or brand owner with the country of origin, consumer care email ID and phone number, sizes in terms of meter, centimeter, etc. with S, ML, XL, etc. MRP with inclusive of all taxes. There is an exemption. This exemption is applicable to sale of finished products only. The above information shall be displayed on e-commerce website if sought through e-commerce website, and manufacturer, packer, importer may declare the above information with immediate. They were allowed to declare this information when the rule came into force. I have also discussed that for the units or the branches or the establishments, in place of the director of the company, the other persons can also be nominated under the Legal Metrology Act 2009. We have added few provisions under this unit sale price. The declaration of unit sale price is not required for a combination package, group package, or a multi-piece package. Under these rules, basically earlier, we remember that in 1977, these group package, combination package, and the multi-piece packages were defined, but later on when these were not required, they were removed from the rules. Now, again, when we introduce this unit sale price, we have again introduced the definitions of combination package, means a package intended for retail sale, combining two or more individual packages or individual pieces of dissimilar commodities. Combination means combination of two different commodities, like, for example, cup and plate, forks, cups, napkins, etc. Group package is a package containing two or more individual packages or pieces of similar but not identical. Packages are of similar but not identical. Soaps of different grammage or different quantity. Biscuits of different quantity. These are the same commodity but not identical. Multi-piece, identical quantity intended for retail sales. For example, 5 toilet soaps of each of packets of net weight 20 gram each, and total net weight of 100 gram is multi-piece package. Declaration of month and year of manufacture for all products sold in the country is made mandatory. Flexibility according to declare month and year of manufacture anywhere on the retail package. This has been given the relaxation. Declaration in a visible and clearly legible manner. Exemption given to spare parts and accessories provided they are used for purpose of servicing with a warranty. So spare parts and accessories, we have allowed that they don't need to declare the unit sale price. Again, we have added in this exemption clause the loose commodities ordered through e-commerce channels where consumers are aware of the ordered commodity, its type and quantity. These commodities shall bear the following information: name and address of manufacturer or marketer or brand owner, importer or seller, with the country of origin or manufacture. In the case of imported products, consumer care email ID and phone number, retail sale price with all taxes, and net quantity. So these are the few declarations. If something is being sold through the e-commerce websites in loose, then these few declarations have to be made on these commodities. All e-commerce entities have already been requested to comply with the provisions of law, and all these, for the non-compliances, notices are being issued regularly. And for non-compliances, we used to issue the notices under different sections for the weights and measures. So these are the basic, just to give the information. And I think this information is just make you aware what is the requirement of the Legal Metrology Act. In place of speaking more, I would like to request all the participants to ask the questions, or if they want to share something, they are free to share.
Thank you very much, sir. We have Mr. Dushyant, who is the chairman of the Federation of Freight Forwarders Association, and Mr. Sudeep Day, who is the secretary of the association. And we have a lot many members who have joined. I think this should have been more number of people should have joined. I don't know whatever reason it is. Small number have joined, but probably when the word spreads, your whatever you have detailed so much, when word spread, we will request you to have one more session for a larger public interest.
Sir, Rama sir, may we ask our chairman, Dushyant Bunani sir,
Once again,
at least thank Mr. Ashutosh sir, and also to say what our expectations are from the custom broker's perspective.
yeah, sure. Dushyant, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ashutosh Agarwal ji. This was a wonderful presentation given by yourself. And basically, our fraternity deals with imports and exports regularly, and we come across the legal metrology issues day in and day out. Your presentation was very transparent. It has clarified laws. However, our Secretariat has collected points and feedback from our members, which very quickly Sudeep Deji, who's our honorary secretary, will go through them. And we request that from your side, if you can share the presentation, A, B, on this imports related matters, wherever there is clarification required, if you can share a email ID wherein our members can, or the importers also can interact with your good self, your good organization, and take some clarification wherever required. And one important aspect, lot of times items, for example, big items such as machinery or fitness equipment, everything which are sold, even though they are not those small items, yet there is a demand for asking of LMPC registration. So which Sudeep there will go through the questions. We'll seek your help for that clarifications. And thank you for your email ID. We just got it on the chat and we'll have it circulated to all, sir. Wonderful having you here. Thank you. Over to you, Sudeep.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I'm always available whenever you say. I'm always available. I can take the sessions whenever you say. But it is better if you take the questions and you let me know what are the difficulties which your people are facing. That will be, I think, good.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
So the first question is that, sir, the email ID which you have shared in the chat box, in case there is some misunderstanding from the customs point of view, and we send a mail, either the custom broker sends a mail or the importer sends a mail giving particulars of the product, would your answer, can you ensure in a manner where customs will go by the answers you give? So if you can send kind of a circular or any kind of a notice to the customs saying that any clarification from this email ID should be treated as the law. So that would be very helpful for us, sir.
Sir, the point is, see, whenever, what is my experience till now, whenever I used to reply to any mail, I have never heard back that this has not been accepted or somewhere there's a problem. This is first point. Even after what you are saying, if something is important and is to be released for a large number of persons, or if it is going to affect large people or large importers, certainly it will be in the form of an order or a circular, which will be circulated to all. Now I got your information, and few of you are already in my WhatsApp. So I will put you in the groups, in my legal methodology group, so that whenever any new information comes, it will be directly circulated to them.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, one question which is not relating to directly import-export, but it has just come up to my mind because I was experiencing that in a restaurant. For example, you spoke about a bottle of water costing 20 rupees MRP. Can that bottle of water be sold at 30 rupees in a restaurant where we sit and have food?
See, the point is this Hotel and Restaurant Association has filed a case in 2020, not 2020, decision came in 2019, wherein they say that the Supreme Court upheld that, when you are entering in a hotel or a restaurant, you're not going to buy a bottle of water. You're basically, enjoying the ambience. And at that time, if he's selling over and above MRP, then it is up to some extent is okay. So basically what these people are doing now, they are selling over and above MRP, and due to this order of the Honorable Supreme Court, the action is not being taken on the members of the Hotel and Restaurant Association, but we are looking at other legal remedies, what can be done.
Okay, understood, sir. So one of the basic questions is when, sir, any item, it's a packaged commodity, but it is imported in a B2B format. For example, the importer is a business and it has been exported from a different country. He is not going to do a retail sale. He's going to use it within his own factory or anything. So is your provision applicable to that?
See, when you are importing anything for export purpose, importing something for export, you can immediately easily declare that this is not for domestic consumption. And the Legal Methodology Act and rules are applicable only for those products which are for domestic consumption or which are being sold in retail. For example, for B2B, the legal methodology packaged commodities rules are not applicable for B2B. But now it is very difficult. You know what happened in the market in practice? See, we have declared that it will not be sell in the market, but many times our officers or the consumers used to get these products available in the market, and they used to make the complaint that it is mentioned it is not for retail sale, even after it is being sold. So then only the question comes, or then only the problem comes, and we used to take the action. Otherwise, if something which is for B2B, the packaged commodities rules are not applicable.
So is there any circular or provision which our members can quote while clearing the goods?
Yes. Under the packaged commodities rules, when if something is being sold to the industrial or the institutional consumer, industrial and institutional consumer, under Rule 3, they are exempted on the packaged commodities rules.
Okay. For example, if I am a owner of a gym and I'm importing a fitness equipment, so it will be in my gym only. So, and that fitness equipment does not have the importer's name or the weight and all that. So can that be held up under your law? That was a specific question.
When you are importing something, then the basic, I think, see, when you are saying that this is, suppose it's a bulk import.
No,
It is not
simple
the
import maybe, or maybe 2 pieces or 3 pieces, which I can install in my gym. Something like that.
Okay, see, actually, truly speaking, when we talk about the legal methodology not only has the package commodities rules, it has the weighing and measuring also, weights and measures also. So
Yes.
what happened, many times it is observed, the package commodities rules are not applicable when you are not selling it in the public. For industrial and the institutional consumer, packaged commodities or rules are not applicable. Many times, but you know, different people, many times they don't understand, they ask, as far as weights and measures are concerned, before import, the law has to be complied. There are many provisions of law which have to be complied, whether it is being used in your own company, in your own factory, or you are importing it for sale. Otherwise, for other packaged commodities which are not going to sell anywhere, they are utilized by the consumer itself or the importer himself, or it is for B2B, then the packaged commodities rules are not applicable. Rule 3 clearly exempts them.
Okay, understood. Rama sir, you wanted to add anything to this question?
No, I just want to ask you, majorly what is happening is the commodities which cannot be really treated as, they could be treated as both as a B2B and B2C, but on the invoice itself, it is declared it is for so-and-so company, the organization. I can give example of furniture. If you say furniture is of a various nature, when it comes to a question of chair, which is identifiable as a unit, but it is coming for a B2B only and to a large organization in large numbers also. Number one. Number two, the the carpet rolls which are in 100 meters, 200 meters, cubical carpets which is in 1 meter by 1 meter. So all these commodities which are meant only for the purpose of B2B, the customs do raise objection that under rule 4A, please give us the declaration and put stickers on each, which is not actually possible and not necessary, because this is not for a retail sale. Like this is the one commodity which I have said. Like this, there are plenty of commodities which are meant only for industrial use or directly into a business, not for retail. Is the major concern of all the exempt trade.
It is very good point what you are raising. See, what happened many times now, we don't understand many things, and we used to say, we think that it may create a problem for me tomorrow. So we just want to, safeguard ourselves. And that's why we ask that do this, do this, do this, so that tomorrow there should not be any problem for me. This may be one reason. However, what you are saying, you just come back to me, you just give me some list of these points and what are the probable requirements you need so that the industry can grow. We can sit together at any point of time and can resolve it, because these are the very few and very simple, I think, issues which can easily be resolved.
Thank you so much for your forthcoming like this, sir. There will be other questions also like that. Please, Sudeep, take it over.
So, sir, one member has asked that the registration process. So, if an cargo has already arrived, how long will it take to register a product? If that, or a company rather.
Very good. See, as far as rules are concerned, this registration has to be done within 90 days from the start of the business. Even after you are just adding the product and you forget to add the product, registration was there, product was not added. I hope that, in a normal case, it does not take more than 24 hours, because you have to apply online. And I tell you one thing, you don't have to go to any of the licensor or any of the consultant. It is very simple, I'm telling you. You just have to put your name, address proof, and the product. It will be done itself automatically within 24 hours at the central level. We used to do that regularly. Within 24 hours, it is being done. However, in some cases, if it is not being done, we will ask one or two document. You submit the document on the same day, next day it will be done. So it's not a big exercise. If suppose the officer is not there, something is there, it will be done maximum within 2-3 days, not more than 3 days.
Okay.
It is general practice.
Okay. So here there are two questions, sir. Number one is, in which cases only registration is required, and on which cases markings of this packaging is required? Are they same, different? So, or only registration can do without marking of on the packages? So this is a big confusion in the minds of our members.
As far as legal methodology is concerned, no marking is required on a package. Number one, we don't ask any marking of the number, registration number on the package. We don't ask. Number one, registration is required. It is very simple. Within a day, it can be done. It will not take more than 24 hours. Secondly, what are the products on which this registration is required? Whenever we are going to manufacture, pack or import any prepackaged commodity, we used to ask to get the registration. The question comes, okay, I am importing it for myself. Generally, it is a question of very few cases, I'm telling you. 1 in lakhs. Otherwise, the products are imported for sale. Very few cases. Maybe when the cases are very less, we are taking, or the officers are taking all the cases in the same way, and they are asking, okay, all right, when 99% are doing, let 1% should also do. So this may be the understanding. However, it is very clear, whenever this legal methodology act and rules are only applicable when we are selling it in retail. For example, a customer which is an industrial made on the retail package.
So we did not hear you the last 5 seconds. We did not hear you the last 5 seconds.
If the declaration, if an industrial or the institutional consumer buy the products from a company and then again sell it in retail, for example, a hospital which is selling the few of the medical devices to the consumer patient, and he is putting the rate of each and every product. In that case, the sale is ultimately to the consumer, to the retail consumer. So declaration or all requirements have to be complied. It is not like that I am an institutional consumer like an airport or an airline and I am selling it again further, but I will not put all the declarations or I will not make the as per the rules. It is required.
And sir, again, the second question is, what is the difference between the state registration and the central registration? Is anyone good enough?
Very good. There is no distinction at all. The powers have been given to both state at the central level. You can get it done anywhere, either state or center. Every certificate, every registration is 100% correct.
Okay.
Can I ask a question, Sudeep?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Sir, you, for example, I am importing a certain product for the industrial consumer only. This is as a B2B, but for whatever reason it gets rejected. Okay. I am supposed to take back that goods from that industrial consumer. I'm not going to keep it at my own place. End of the day, I might auction it at 50% of the price, or you can sell it at a retail or anything. In that case, though I have imported only for the purpose of B2B, but purpose for whatever quality reason or color reason or whatever it is, or because of the importer has lost a lot of money and he doesn't want to buy these goods, he pops up to me. What will be the situation like that in that case?
It is very clear. Suppose you have imported a product or you have manufactured the product for a particular purpose. That purpose has not been fulfilled. In that case, you can take a permission from the central government. You can write a letter to us, and then we will allow you to make the declarations which could be given when it was imported or manufactured for the retail sale.
So kind of you, sir. It is a very good thing which always happens in the import cycle. So happy for it.
See, I tell you, rules have been made with all of us. It is not like that somebody has made the rules for others. So we are together, and how the industry can grow, how we can support the industry. This is the only purpose.
Good, thank you. Sudhinda, please go ahead.
You are mute, sir. Sudeepji, you are mute.
Sorry. In fact, in your presentation, you have answered many of the questions which have come to us, so I'm not repeating those. But there are certain doubts with certain products. Number one is steel items. I'm not sure whether what kind of steel items are meant, but for steel items, I'm sure we do not need, if it's not a consumer item, I'm sure we do not need registration. Am I correct, sir?
See, I don't know what type of steel item they are talking. See, if there may be a steel item which is for selling or which is for the purpose of consumer sale or retail sale, then 100% it is required to declare or make all the declarations. But if it is for a different purpose, then they have to make it clear to the custom authorities or to the authorities that it is not for this purpose. If they will make it clear, obviously they will not ask for any registration.
Okay. And then one member has written small weighing scale in milligrams for chemicals.
See, weighing is, that's why in the beginning I told that there are two things. One is package commodity and another is weighing and measuring instruments. For weighing and measuring instruments, there is a complete law. For example, under section 22, it has to be, the model has to be approved. Under section 24, it has to be verified and stamped. Under section 19, it has to be take the registration of import of weighing and measuring instrument. So all these requirements have to be complied. We cannot compare the weighing and measuring instrument with the other package commodities.
So
because when you are importing, nobody knows where it will be used.
So I think the confusion started when the packaged commodities and the legal metrology, they both clubbed together. So I think that is where all the...
Sir, on this weighing scales and measuring instruments, if you can just give some guidance to us, what guidance note, what needs to be done when such kind of products are being imported, we can have it circulated to all importers across the country.
Sir, under this presentation, I have made one slide. What are the requirements for the import of weights and measures?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But I just skip it. I thought that it is maybe not required. I just tell you there are only four points which has to be complied in. Number one is import of weight and measure done by the central government. Sir, number one, all activities of the central government is online. No paper is required. Obviously, when we are testing, we need the model for testing. Otherwise, we don't need any paper. Anything which is required, it will be online only. One is import permission, import registration. Second is approval of the model of weights and measures. Number three is license of the state government for sale or repair of the weighing and measuring instrument. And fourth is verification. Before sale, it has to be verified and stamped. We have issued large number of notices for the e-commerce websites which are selling the weighing and measuring instruments without verification. And actually, it is, unfortunately, it is spoiling our own Indian manufacturing industry. Because they are not verifying it, and the cost of verification they can easily pass on to the consumer, and the Indian manufacturer who is complying all the provisions of law, he is actually suffering. So my request is, when you are doing, it should be complied to all the provisions. Otherwise the problem comes.
Sir, and molded paper pulp. This has come from Mundra as a product. Does it fall under the LMPC rules? And
Sir, very simple. If it is used for a purpose of sale to the consumer, 100% it will cover. If it is not for the consumer, then it will not cover.
Okay. So if it is for manufacturing purpose, no.
No, for manufacturing purpose, it is no, because see, you are importing for a particular manufacturing, but it should not be sold in the market. Tomorrow, it should not happen that I am importing and I am selling it in the retail also to the small maybe manufacturers or through the market or small traders. It should not happen. You are importing, selling it to a particular seller, so that tomorrow you will be in a position to justify, yes, I have not done anything wrong, it was done later on, I was correct, I have given it to this person only.
Okay, because there is where the confusion arises, sir, because the import officer, he would have to use his discretionary powers to see whether that person is a manufacturer or a trader.
Yes. So that means you can easily justify your position, whether the person is a manufacturer, importer is a manufacturer, or the trader. Because for manufacturing, he must be having some licenses.
Okay, sir.
I
And
think we need to ask a different question, Sudeep.
Yes.
There are plenty of traders, importers, but they supply to B2B only. In those cases, legal metrology is not applicable. And if they sell it as a trader, if they sell it domestically for B2C, it is applicable.
Yes, and in many cases, for example, I just give a very good example. For example, we are talking about the welding rods. You know, welding rods, there was a problem in welding. When you are doing the welding, you need the welding rods.
Yes.
In these welding rods, what the people were doing, in place of selling it in the weight, they were selling it in the number. And number was, let's say 100 numbers, but the weight was less than what is expected. And due to which the industry came to us, they say, no, sir, kindly make it in weight. So it was not B2C, it was B2B actually, because welding is being done by the welder only, not the consumer. But even after, this is applicable and we have the rules for that. So it depends upon many times products also. But otherwise, in a thumb rule for the B2B, it is not required. Simple.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Or in place of B2B, I should say for industrial and the institutional consumer. For the industrial and the institutional consumers, the packaged commodities rules are not required as per the law.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
because
And sir, my request will be, we can meet, we can sit at any point of time. I am always free. We can discuss how many questions we want to discuss. There's no problem. And secondly, if you will give me some representation, we can sit together, finalize the solutions, and we can get it released so that there should not be any problem in due course of time with the importers or with the small traders.
Sir, we have Mr. Vinod Sharma. He would
Yes,
like
sir.
to ask something.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. This is Vinod Sharma from FAI. And Rama sir, good afternoon. Chairman Sadida, good afternoon. Sir, it happens many times that now we are facing challenges of Red Sea. So in case of chocolates, once they arrive in Pune at the port of clearance, there are chances that their shelf life is reduced by 10%, 15%, and we cannot clear consignment from goods from customs because you need minimum shelf life 65 to 70%. So if in case the shelf life is not there, then what can be the procedure? How can you help the trade in that case?
Sorry, sir, I could not understand. What is the question?
Yeah. Suppose it's a edible chocolates,
Uh-huh.
right? And those chocolates are sold in the market, in the malls, in the retail, as a retail. There must be a shelf life of 65 or 70%.
Yes. Good.
Right. If in case now we are facing Red Sea challenges and the chocolates expire and shelf life is not there more than 65 or 70%. In that case, custom rejects the goods.
Oh, I'm sorry. Truly speaking, this is not related with the legal metrology. It is with the food and the custom. They must be having some rules behind it. This is not the legal metrology.
That is true, but in that case also, custom they don't allow. Because sometimes legal metrology, what they say, it is not comes under legal metrology.
See, I tell you one thing. As far as this, the shelf life is concerned, there may be some rules of Food Safety and Standards and Authority of India, not of the legal metrology. So legal metrology officer will never say that this much should be the period left over or this much should be the shelf life. He will never say. This is not our domain.
Okay, we are facing one challenge. Is what I will do. I will send this case through Triple FS Secretary.
You can ask with the FSSAI. Better.
Yeah, FSSAI that we are inquiring about that. No issues at all.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think, sir, it is more than enough. We can close this next time. Again, we will meet very soon.
Rama
Sudeep,
sir.
please.
Rama sir.
Yeah.
Rama sir, if you can, I will speak to you, Rama sir, directly.
Okay, we will speak later. Vinod.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
Sudeep da,
Yes, sir.
please give him thank you. Thank him. No,
Thank you very much.
I thought you would be
Thank
giving
you.
this.
Thank you for all of you for joining this. And if whatsoever that information, this presentation, I will share within a minute in WhatsApp. And then I'm always available whenever you are coming to Delhi and you want to meet, you are most welcome. We will sit together. We will discuss what are the problems. Let's he's saying for FSSI, what best we can do in this case. We will certainly discuss.
Ashutosh, I
So,
am
Ashutosh sir, thank you very much for sparing your time. There are many
Thank
more
you.
questions which are in the chat box. I would request them to write to FFI and we will take it on a one-to-one. Thank you very much for the email ID which you have
Thank you.
given us. And I'm
Thank you.
sure that our members' life will be very much easier when we have this direct contact with your department.
Sure.
And it is you who have taken this initiative. I thank all the participants. I thank all my office
Thank you.
bearers and Rama sir, who has specially taken initiative to organize this. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
everyone.
Thank you very much.